Hey, what's up everyone? This is video for you on your Algebra 10 Homework 2 assignment. So if you're from that class, please watch. If you're not, I don't care what you do. Open the assignment in Google Classroom. Notice that the PDF is attached to the assignment. And I would recommend that you create a Google Doc and then copy paste the directions or instructions into that Google Doc. Here we can see the graphs that you're going to be analyzing, and we're going to be talking about characteristics of the graphs in this video. First things first, as you copy paste and you put this directions into your Google Doc, you can continue to use screenshots, or you can draw out some of the graphs by hand. You'll see that I do that in one of the parts of this video. In your work, title your Google Doc appropriately. If you use Google Classroom to create a Google Doc, all of this is titled appropriately with your name and the assignment up there. The first question says, which of the graphs have a vertical axis of symmetry? And that literally means that the graph can be folded in half. And I wanted to point out to the graphs off of the PDF that graphs B and C and D are graphs that you can fold vertically. The next one, hopefully you have this assignment up on like another slide or another tab, is which of the graphs have a horizontal axis of symmetry? And so horizontal means that you can fold the graph along a line that is horizontal or flat, and the top half and the bottom half can be folded together, and that is how we check if things do. A does not, B does not, C does not have a horizontal axis of symmetry. But the two graphs that are kind of like sideways, the oval and the parabola that's turned sideways, they both have a horizontal axis of symmetry. Question C talks about which of these graphs pass through exactly one quadrant. A quadrant is a quarter of the whole XY graph, and because you have a positive and a semi-positive, some negative, both negative, and then everything broken up into some positive, some negative. The point is that there are four sections of the graph, and we call them quadrants. So if a graph passes through only one quadrant, that means it's only in one section. A kind of does that. B does not. C does not. D definitely. D is actually the only one that really technically truly only passes through just one quadrant and doesn't touch an axis. So like I said, A is close, but it does touch the x-axis. But it's kind of like, it's an iffy one. I'll allow it if you put it. The other ones, they definitely touch more than one axis or quadrant. They go through, the first one or the fourth one. Okay, continuing to move on. Not number, but stretch. The section of your homework titled stretch. Remember that you should copy paste. And I also remind you that because there are separate sections of your homework assignment, that you title them stretch and whatever. Here in this one, you should do copy paste it and put your name. Make sure your name's in the header. You can double click above all of that text, and when you double click, it'll open up the header section, and you just title your name in there. Okay, I decided that I was going to sketch this one out by hand, or I was going to answer the question. It says, describe characteristics for each graph, including whether or not the line has a line of symmetry, the number of quadrants. And so in order to answer this question, I decided to create a diagonal line through the origin, and it increases from left to right. So there's my quick sketch. I took a picture of it, and I added it to the Google Doc, or certainly added it to this video. And then I'm saying that you need to add or insert it. Well, notice that this does not have horizontal or vertical axis of symmetry, because you can't fold it in half along the, a y-ish axis. You can't fold it in half along an x-ish axis. And it definitely passes through two quadrants and then hits, the x-axis and the y-axis. Continue doing that for the remaining problems. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. I hope it gives you some help and some guidance as you answer this question. And let me know through comments or messaging if you get stuck and you need any further help to complete the assignment. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.